This is a Sports Radio Live podcast covering your world of sports. Bryan Houston's Sports Radio Live. It's weekdays at 3 on 99.3 Talk FM, the talk of East Texas.
Luke McCown, how you doing, Luke?
I'm doing good, Brian. You?
Doing well. Congratulations. How'd all this come about?
Well, I got a call about a week ago, or a little more than a week ago, I guess. 2 weeks ago, I guess, on a Monday, and just they invited me to come on a tryout basis to their mini camp, which is good. It's a little better than just a basic tryout where you're just throwing the receivers, so they kind of get a feel for how you work, in and out of a huddle, how you work around the team, and so it was good. I got a chance to go in and have 5 full practices in front of coaches and scouts and go through meetings and just put my best foot forward, and I guess they liked what they saw. Apparently
they did. What did they tell you afterwards about what your role's going to be?
Well, nothing, really. I mean, just, they're excited to have me in, and, my role, it really doesn't matter. It's my job is to go in and try to help this team get back to the postseason, get back to a Super Bowl in whatever capacity that is. And that's my goal. That's what'll allow us to, as an organization to put our best foot forward if everybody takes that mindset. Obviously the quarterback position itself is pretty settled with a future Hall of Famer in Drew. And so just go in and be supportive, be a leader, work hard, and be available for whatever the team asks.
What's it like going into a situation with a team that's had as much turmoil as this team's had in the offseason?
It's really no different than going into a team that hasn't had it. Obviously what's, understood and made known about the situations in the past seasons, is something that we're working through and something that that we face as an organization, but it really doesn't have any effect on us as players and how we prepare and how we go out and play. That's still up to us. That has nothing to do with coaches or commissioners or anything else. We still have the job of preparing and going out and playing and winning ball games, and that's the mindset you got to take at it.
Luke McCown with the New Orleans Saints on Bryan Houston Sports Radio Live on 99.3 Talk FM. You signed a 1-year contract, is that correct?
Yeah, 1 year. All
right, does that disappoint you that at least for this 1 year you're not really going to have any contact with Sean Payton?
Not really, because I haven't had any contact with him the previous 8 years. Obviously Coach Payton is well respected as an offensive mind, and it would have been great to be able to sit in the meeting room with him, to go through a season with him. But at the same time, there's a great staff of coaches that are assembled right now on the Saints with Pete Carmichael, who's the offensive coordinator, who actually recruited me to Louisiana Tech, out of high school, and Joe Lombardi's the quarterbacks coach, and so there's a great group of coaches that I'm going to get to work with and learn from, and I'm excited about that.
Now, what's your deadline, your schedule? Are you already in New Orleans now, or what's the situation?
Well, I just got back from New Orleans last night.
Okay.
And I'll go back Sunday night. I'll drive back down there, and we'll have a couple more days of organized team activities until about Wednesday or Thursday, and then I'll come home. We'll break until training camp starts, and then it'll be football season.
Will your family move to New Orleans, or are you going to leave them here in East Texas?
Oh, no, we like to do everything together, so they'll come with me.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you, too, in the course of those 5 practices you were talking about, how big a difference was there in the talent level there compared to what you were dealing with over in Jacksonville?
Well, I think some of the obvious things stand out. I mean, it's no secret that the New Orleans Saints have a star-studded receiving core, and you notice that right away when you step on the field with them. The size of these guys and the athletes that they are, abilities to catch the ball, run routes, understanding concepts, there's certainly a talent-laced group of wide receivers, and then you got Pierre Thomas and Darren Sproles and Jimmy Graham. I mean, Mark Ingram, a whole host of offensive talent that makes you feel good as a quarterback when you're standing in the huddle.
Now, when you and I were walking around in high heels back on April 30th in Jacksonville, and we were looking really good too, by the way, doing that.
Absolutely.
We were talking at the time, and you were just a free agent. You didn't know where you were going to be. Did you ever have any doubt that you were going to get a call?
No, not at all. And really, I wasn't, necessarily worried about that. Bryan, as you and I had talked, my faith is firmly planted in what God has for my life, and I rest easy in that, knowing that He's got a plan, and if that meant I was going to get a call and go to camp somewhere, or get a call and sign a contract, whatever it was, that was fine. But it was equally fine if, He said, it's time to close that chapter of your life, and I've got another direction for you. And so, I think most people, I think everybody would be a little bit better off if you take that mindset of just trusting in God and leaning not on your own understandings, like Proverbs 3 and 5 and 6 say, and just let God do what He's trying to do in your life, and it tends to work out a lot better that way.
A lot less stressful, isn't it?
That's right.
Well, Luke, we just wanted to say congratulations. We were real excited when we saw the news come down last night, and we know you're going to do great down in New Orleans, and we just wish you the best of luck, and thanks for coming on with us today.
Well, thanks for having me, Bryan.
You bet, and good luck again to you, and we'll be talking to you down the line.
Sounds good.
All right, good deal. Luke McCown, newly signed with the New Orleans Saints.
This is a Sports Radio Live podcast covering your world of sports. Bryan Houston's Sports Radio Live. It's weekdays at 3 on 99.3 Talk FM, the talk of East Texas.